Yeah. Yeah, up that hook low.
No, he got the boxing skills and the ability to, do whatever he wanted in the ring. And it's going to be very hard to beat the skills that he possesses and the smarts that he has. And given the opportunity, I think he can pose a great threat to everybody in the division, and be the last man standing given the opportunity.
The boxing world is once again buzzing with excitement as Errol Spence Jr. prepares for what could become the most important fight of his entire career. After spending nearly 3 years away from professional competition, the former unified welterweight champion is finally stepping back into the spotlight with one goal in mind: to prove that his champion.
This is the biggest fight in boxing right now. This is the fight that everybody been yearning for years. One of the biggest fights in the past decade that I can think of. So, yeah, it's pretty big.
The championship journey is far from over. During his long absence, fans questioned whether Spence would ever return to the elite level, while critics wondered if the devastating defeat against Terence Crawford had permanently changed one of boxing's most feared fighters. Instead of responding with words, Spence has chosen to answer those doubts in inside the gym. Recent training footage has taken social media by storm, showing a completely focused and highly motivated fighter working through brutal pad sessions, explosive combinations, lightning-fast counters, and relentless conditioning drills. Every punch appears sharper, every movement looks more confident, and every training session sends the same message to the boxing world. Errol Spence Jr. is determined to remind everyone why he was once considered one of the most dominant champions of his generation. Those closest to camp believe this version of Spence is mentally stronger than ever before, fueled by the disappointment of his last performance and inspired by the opportunity to rise.
My motto is, I'm the big fish, I'm the shark in the ocean. Put me in there with other sharks. I want my fans to see that I'm facing a real champion, a real fighter who's just as hungry as me, the big fish.
The most recent moniker put Spence's doubters on notice, as he claimed his place in the welterweight sea. But just because it's time to eat, doesn't mean he will take his next prey for granted.
If I lose, it would be because he's better than me. It wouldn't be just because I didn't train 100% or I wasn't focused. I feel understressed, but I just feel like another fighter can't beat me.
One of boxing's greatest comeback stories. Even respected champions around the sport have acknowledged the danger Spence still possesses. Many believe his elite boxing IQ, exceptional timing, crushing body attack, and relentless pressure remain among the very best in the sport. One veteran explained that Spence has always had the technical ability to control a fight from the opening bell, forcing opponents into uncomfortable situations before gradually breaking them down with intelligent pressure and precision punching. According to
Couldn't think of a better scenario. He's a great fighter. I'm a great fighter. This fight, is happening now. I think it's happening at a great time. Terence is my dancing partner. I feel like we're going to make each other.
Several boxing insiders, if Spence returns anywhere close to his championship form, he immediately becomes one of the biggest threats in the division once again. As training camp intensifies, Spence has surrounded himself with a refreshed coaching team and a completely different mindset. Following his own admission that his preparation before the Crawford fight lacked organization and discipline, he has returned to the basics that originally...
It's great because we hold each other accountable. Like today, I'm like, man, nah, but he like, man, come on. I'm like, all right, let's go. You know, and those are the moments that is defining in a fight, where those last rounds that your body is telling you no, but your mind is like, let's go. So it all works out.
It made him a world champion. Every day begins with conditioning, followed by technical drills, defensive movement, footwork exercises, heavy sparring sessions, and countless rounds on pads. Coaches have emphasized rebuilding his rhythm while improving his explosiveness, ensuring that every punch carries the same devastating force that once overwhelmed elite opponents. Videos released from camp reveal a fighter who appears physically refreshed, mentally focused, and completely committed to reclaiming his place among boxing's elite. Those observing the sessions have...
If I didn't train as hard, it's gonna dawn on me during fight night. I'm kind of like a worry freak. It's only your fault when somebody exploits you and bring out that weakness that you already knew you had, but you didn't change the results. So it's better to do it now and not have to worry about your legs getting tired in the fight, because the fight's late. I'm doing everything, training hard, sparring hard, running hard.
Noted that Spence is moving with renewed confidence, showing faster reactions, cleaner combinations, and significantly improved stamina compared to previous training clips. The long layoff, which many originally viewed as a disadvantage, may have actually become one of Spence's greatest advantages. Rather than continuing to absorb punishment inside the ring year after year, he has allowed his body to recover from years of brutal championship battles while also giving himself the opportunity to heal mentally. According to Spence himself,
I think it's gonna be good. You know, I got a little wager bet, you know, with my boy Tszyu. You know, he got Tim, I got Errol. But I think it'll be a good fight for both of them at this stage in their career.
Why are you confident that you win that bet with Tszyu? You know, what's Errol in the fight?
Well, I'm not, 100% confident. You know, I just know, the caliber of fighter that Errol is. You know, just like I know the caliber fighter of Tim. You know, I think both of them have taken a lot of damage in their career so far. But I just think, Errol skill-wise, is edgy.
Stepping away from boxing allowed him to reconnect with his family, enjoy life outside the ring, and rediscover the hunger that initially drove him toward world titles. He has repeatedly stated that this comeback is not motivated by money or fame, but by the desire to prove that one difficult night against Terence Crawford does not define an entire career. For Spence, this fight represents redemption, legacy, and the opportunity to silence every critic who believes his best days are behind him. Meanwhile, Terence Crawford has spoken positively about...
Question not just from me, but from the world, specifically Australia. How you doing?
I'm doing great, can't complain. Been spending a lot of time with my family and ready to get back in it.
You say you've been spending a lot of time with your family. We haven't seen you in the ring. We've seen a little bit of stuff come up in terms of you training. How have you been spending your time since you haven't been in the ring? Tell us a little bit about Errol Spence since we've seen him last.
I definitely been training, but the pure focus has been on my family, just enjoying life, traveling, enjoying the spoils of the rewards of me winning world championships and being successful in boxing. So I just wanted to sit back and enjoy my loved ones and just give them a great time and give them my full attention. So just developing memories, and I'm excited to be back.
Spence's return, expressing confidence that his longtime rival still possesses the tools necessary to compete at the highest level. Crawford described the potential matchup involving Tim Tszyu as one of the biggest attractions currently available in boxing, saying it has all the ingredients to become a blockbuster event that fans have wanted for years. Although the rivalry between Crawford and Spence remains one of boxing's defining stories, Crawford has openly praised Spence's professionalism, talent, and work ethic inside the gym. According to Crawford, training alongside elite fighters creates an environment where everyone improves because iron sharpens iron. Every intense session forces both competitors to elevate their conditioning, sharpen their reflexes, and strengthen their mentality. Crawford explained that the toughest moments in training often determine success on fight night because those final exhausting rounds teach fighters how to continue.
What type of fighter do you expect besides the fact, because of the fact that he hasn't been in the ring for 3 years, and he chose this time to come back and fight you in your backyard?
Yeah, I think he's refreshed, rejuvenated. I hope he is. When he fought Terence Crawford, I felt like he looked a bit dizzy, So I don't know. So hopefully he's all right. Hopefully he's at his peak. That's what I expect.
Continue pushing forward when every muscle is telling them to stop. That philosophy perfectly matches Spence's current mentality as he prepares for perhaps the toughest comeback challenge of his professional career. Throughout camp, Spence has continued emphasizing one message above everything else. There will be absolutely no excuses this time. If victory comes, it will be because he earned it through relentless preparation. If defeat comes, it will only happen because the better fighter won on the night. That mindset has transformed every aspect of his training. Conditioning has become the central focus, ensuring that fatigue never becomes a deciding factor once the championship rounds begin. Coaches have designed
a good fight. It ain't a tune-up, but it's, you know what I'm saying? It's a good little fight for him. Man been out 3 years. Tim Tszyu been active, former world champion. He ain't going to get nobody we don't know. I can't take nothing. I can't do nothing but salute him, take my hat off for him, and see how he go to work. I think he gonna be fine. He looked like he's in good shape. He ain't look all out of shape. He looked like, he looked good. He looked mentally all there. And little 3 years, like I said, I told him as soon as it happened, I said, okay, he had other stuff going on, other stuff going on. That was a 5-year accumulation, a lot of stuff he did going through the rigmaroles with Bud, trying to figure out if they was gonna fight and building up his reputation and all this stuff. That was a lot. He been doing this since 2012. That was a lot, so 3 years off, he come in contact with life too. He come in contact with life too. It ain't just about us and what we want to do and what we want to see. He got a life. He in there, so he did right, and I'm glad to see him come back.
Grueling workouts that simulate late fight pressure, forcing Spence to throw combinations while exhausted, defend under constant attack, and maintain perfect technique despite physical fatigue. He understands that championship fights are rarely decided during the opening rounds. Instead, greatness is often determined during the closing moments when discipline, preparation, and mental toughness become more important than raw talent. Every sprint, every sparring session, every strength workout, and every painful conditioning drill serves one purpose: to eliminate every possible weakness before stepping back into the ring. As anticipation continues building, boxing fans around the world are beginning to believe.
Tell me, how do you see the fight playing out?
I expect him to win.
Yeah?
Yeah. Expect him to win. Yes. I think Errol Spence, he can do more than what he's shown. He just don't have to. I seen it. I think he can do more than what he's shown. He just didn't ever have to. And I expect, like I'm saying, this guy got. This guy got. He got a lot in him. I think he got a lot in him. He got a lot in him. In them 3 years, he had to come back to all the stuff he had to endure. Like I say, he look in good shape. He went away. He didn't come out right away. He went, and then he back now. He went to get his mind together. Let's tell you something about somebody.
The boxing world is once again buzzing with excitement as Errol Spence Jr. prepares for what could become the most important fight of his entire career. After spending nearly 3 years away from professional competition, The former unified welterweight champion is finally stepping back into the spotlight with one goal in mind: to prove that his championship journey is far from over. During his long absence, fans questioned whether Spence would ever return to the elite level, while critics wondered if the devastating defeat against Terence Crawford had permanently changed one of boxing's most feared fighters. Instead of responding with words, Spence has chosen to answer those doubts inside the gym. Recent training footage has taken social media by storm, showing a completely focused and highly motivated...
Well, this is the section where we were meant to cross the United States to talk to Errol Spence, but we are just hearing now that despite a number of phone calls and this time being booked with Errol, he has not jumped on, and it appears he will not be joining us for this chat. Tim, your immediate reaction to that?
Well, we've been waiting, 45 minutes now. I missed out on sparring today. We had to change it up for this to be done, so I'm quite upset.
Is this a surprise to you that this has happened? I know you had those interactions at the press conference. Do you think that he's slept through something?
We're waiting for the USA game, but I don't know. Whatever it is, what it is.
Fighter working through brutal pad sessions, explosive combinations, lightning-fast counters, and relentless conditioning drills. Every punch appears sharper, every movement looks more confident, and every training session sends the same message to the boxing world. Errol Spence Jr. is determined to remind everyone why he was once considered one of the most dominant champions of his generation. Those closest to camp believe this version of Spence is mentally stronger than ever before, fueled by the disappointment of his last performance and inspired by the opportunity to write one of boxing's greatest comeback stories. Even respected champions around the sport have acknowledged the danger Spence still possesses. Many believe his elite boxing IQ, exceptional timing, crushing body attack, and
Errol Spence Jr. is making his return after 3 years of being out of the ring against Tim Tszyu. Just what are your thoughts on that fight, and who do you favor?
I don't know, man. It's Al Heyman calling these guys to come back, man, because we needed something up in the sport. This is beautiful. And I'm very honored and grateful to be in the position I'm in while all this is happening. It's a dream come true. Errol Spence, Australia, Tim Tszyu. Heck yeah. I really want to see him win.
Do you think that ring rust is going to play a factor at all with Errol?
I don't think so. I think Errol Spence has been truly like non-stop working out. He already looks like he's in shape now. And when you stay on that trajectory, when you're staying consistently on working out, it's only bound to happen with the sparrings and everything. He'll look great.
Relentless pressure remain among the very best in the sport. One veteran explained that Spence has always had the technical ability to control a fight from the opening bell, forcing opponents into uncomfortable situations before gradually breaking them down with intelligent pressure and precision punching. According to several boxing insiders, if Spence returns anywhere close to his championship form, he immediately becomes one of the biggest threats in the division once again. As training camp intensifies, Spence has surrounded himself with a refreshed coaching team and a completely different mindset. Following his own admission that his preparation before the Crawford fight lacked organization and discipline, he has returned to the basics that originally made him a world champion. Every day begins with
Just last one before I let you go, a man that you have obviously fought, there was reports last night that apparently he'll be returning in the summer, Errol Spence Jr. versus Tim Tszyu. I mean, what do you make of that return? Obviously 3 years at the ring for himself, just what do you make of his return?
You know, I'm excited as well, you know, I wish that I would have fought, you know, him back in the day, you know, but, you know, it's exciting. I met Tim Tszyu when I was in Australia, and it'll be interesting to see them two meet and lock on, so, you know, I'll be watching that, and I'll be excited to see, you know, the winner is. You know, you never know. You know, I could find the winner.
Conditioning, followed by technical drills, defensive movement, footwork exercises, heavy sparring sessions, and countless rounds on pads. Coaches have emphasized rebuilding his rhythm while improving his explosiveness, ensuring that every punch carries the same devastating force that once overwhelmed elite opponents. Videos released from camp reveal a fighter who appears physically refreshed, mentally focused, and completely committed to reclaiming his place among boxing's elite. Those observing the sessions have noted that Spence is moving with renewed confidence, showing faster reactions, cleaner combinations, and significantly improved stamina compared to previous training clips. The long layoff, which many originally viewed as a disadvantage, may have actually become
hearing the rumblings of a Fundora. When I think fighters get to a point where they want this, but they haven't been performing there. And I think that might be the case with Errol Spence Jr. Certainly was the case in my opinion, with Keith Thurman and also with Danny Garcia. I feel, even though they did battle injuries, I felt another big part of that was they wanted big pay against lower opponent. They didn't want to come back and get big pay against a big opponent. It's a part of the game, and I got a feeling that that's what Errol's looking at right now. I think Errol's looking at how can I, get the money that I'm used to getting. And, for the sake of words, he's got to get his feet wet again. He's got to see how he feels.
Opening rounds. Instead, greatness is often determined during the closing moments when discipline, preparation, and mental toughness become more important than raw talent. Every sprint, every sparring session, every strength workout, and every painful conditioning drill serves one purpose: to eliminate every possible weakness before stepping back into the ring. As anticipation continues building, boxing fans around the world are beginning to believe that they may witness something truly special. Many remember the dominant champion who overwhelmed elite competition with relentless pressure, intelligent ring control, and devastating.
So there's a lot of things lingering right now with Errol. I'm not sure if he makes a comeback. This, unfortunately, is the one thing that I do know. Most fighters walk away until they have to come back, and usually it's the finance situation that brings them back. Certainly hope that doesn't end up being the case with Errol. If I had to bet on it right now, I would bet that Errol makes a comeback. I would bet that Errol makes a comeback because what we saw from him in his last match against Terence Crawford, that was just how that fight went. But at the end of the day, and we can tell by how he kept getting up, that ain't who he is. And he ain't going out like that. So that being said, I guess I said a whole lot. Yeah, Errol comes back. If Errol don't come back, then that, to me, that means he's good with where he's at.
Make sure to check out our other videos on the screen.